Hi guys, welcome back to Just Jay. My name is Jagriti Pandey, and as someone having around 7 years of corporate experience, working in my fourth company, and having given more than 50 interviews, let me tell you a few things that no one would ever tell you about interviews. Let me start very lightly. What is the first thought that crosses your mind when you hear this phrase, tomorrow you have an interview? Think about it. While some may react to it like, oh my God, I have an interview tomorrow, the others may react it, oh my God, I have an interview tomorrow, I have to go prepare. Now, we're all humans, we all react differently to things, but irrespective of how we react, the meaning of interview remains the same. The meaning is conversation between two or more people, conversation between two or more people with an agenda. The agenda could be anything to assess you, your capabilities, or to bring your point of view in front of a wider audience. In this video, I'm talking about the kind of interviews where the agenda is to assess you technically or behaviorally or anything. When I had less years of experience, I used to panic with the thought of giving an interview. Like the moment I used to get to know that tomorrow I have an interview, to the moment until my interview was over, that is the only thing I could think about. I would brush up all the topics. I would just be constantly thinking about that tomorrow I have an interview. Like, even if I'm talking or doing anything different, interview would be the only thing that would constantly cross my mind. And sometimes I would panic so much, my heart would be racing so fast that my tongue would not contribute when the interview started. And it's okay. It's okay to be nervous. I used to be very nervous. You are very nervous. Trust me, no one is alone, and everybody is nervous while giving an interview. But how we tackle these situations actually make a difference. In the essence of everything else, we forget that interview is merely a conversation about us, about the interview, about the company, about the things we do on day-to-day basis, about the things that we want to do, our aspirations, our ambitions. And actually, it's not our fault. Right from the childhood, our schools and our educational institutions are designed in a way that we are taught about the subjects, we are taught how important it is to gain knowledge, we are taught about everything else except how to start a conversation, how to indulge in a conversation, how to conversate with people who are not our age. And we forget that our interviews is not a viva exam. Our interviewer is not your examiner who is just going to judge you and give you a marks on the basis of what you just answered. And there is no fixed minimum and maximum number of marking that happens in interviews. So I think we can just relax a bit. Okay, talking about interviewers, there are also people like you and me with the years of experience that I have. I've taken a lot of interviews, and I just think that when I was on the other side, I used to think, oh my God, the interviewer will know everything, and what will happen if I answer incorrectly. But that's not what actually happens. Interviewers will always ask questions that they know the answers for. And sometimes, trust me, this happens. And I've experienced this myself, that sometimes the interviewers will just be Googling random questions and asking you. They themselves don't know the right answers. And if we talk about tech world, there are literally more than one answers to everything. So you can just tell what you know, be very confident, not overconfident, but we be very confident of what you know. It just makes me think of an anecdote that recently happened with me. I was giving an interview and there were like four people in the panel. While the other three were good, they were supporting, there was this one person in the panel who looked very condescending. Like his expressions were like, that this person is looking down upon me. Every time I used to answer a question, he'll be like, oh really, are you confident, are you sure? And it intimidated me a lot. Every time you would ask me, initially I thought, should I say that I'm very sure about it? Would that make me sound very overconfident? But in the initial 10 minutes, I just assessed his tone. And when all the interviewers have their camera open, their expressions does bother you. But I think being on this side, what we can do is just give your best and let the expressions of the interviewer not bother you, because just know one thing, that they also don't know all the answers in the world, so it's okay. So what I did was, after like 15 to 20 minutes passed by, every time he would ask me that, are you sure about this? I would be like, yes, absolutely. I think this is how it should be done. And after a while, his tone and his demeanor did change. So I thought what he was trying to do is to check how confident I was of my answers. And it's very important to be confident of what you know. Sometimes, even if you are maybe partially wrong, and don't be overconfident. I'm not telling you that you should just be like, oh, I know this. This is how it should be done. No, be confident of what you know. That's it. How the interviewer is thinking and what they want is not in your control, but how you can answer things, how you can tackle their behavior is what is in your hands. So always just focus on that. And what we also need to understand is that interview preparation does not happen in a day. Especially if you have like 2 3 years of experience, you can't just practice all the questions and just answer it the next day. That does not happen. So always focus on what you're actually working on day-to-day basis. Trust me, in the tech world, nobody works end to end. Even all the full stack developers, they don't do everything from scratch and deploy it till the end. But during the interview, the expectation is for you to know everything. For example, if you are a developer and your job is to write code, but if you don't know anything about deployment, you are gonna have a lot of difficulty in the interviews. Even if you don't have to create the pipelines, you just know that, okay, this is how deployment pipelines are created. So always be extra aware when you are working in your current role. That will really really help you in any of the interviews, rather than mugging up all the questions overnight, googling the interview questions for this role. That's not going to really help. Confidence comes with knowledge, and it's not built in a day. It's a continuous process from the day you start till the day you're giving the interview till the end of your day. It's a process. Another very important aspect of interviews is that the final selection does not only depend on you. And I've said this before, I'll say it over and over again, that when you fail an interview, it's not just your fault. I mean, I know, every interview that we fail, it somehow breaks us down to think that, oh, I do not know enough, I do not have enough knowledge, I'm not deserving, and all of that. But every interview is different. Even if you were best out of many, you may still not be selected because of your notice period, because of the package that you're asking. And there could be any number of issues. The requirement just may be taken down, so it's not in your control. So I think after every interview, just assess how you did, write down all the interview questions, and after that, just close that. Do not think about it. I know it's a human nature, we all think about it, but try not to think about it. And whatever the results are, just move on. Thankfully, we live in a world where there are endless number of possibilities. So one interview, again, it sounds theoretic, but it is a very important thing to remember, that one interview does not define your career or your life. So just learn and move on. Focus on your knowledge. Knowledge is very important. And again, like I said, it's not a one day thing, it's a continuous process. Focus on knowledge, focus on building confidence. And most importantly, that's how we started this video, right? Know how to indulge in a conversation. Trust me, conversations, good conversation, knowledgeable conversations would take you far, far in life than mugging up all the concepts overnight. So yeah, that's it for this video. And if you think this is helpful, make sure that you share this video in your college groups or with a friend that you think this will be helpful for. And if you like this video, make sure that you give it a huge fat thumbs up. And if you have any queries, just comment it and I'll surely answer it. And you can also mail us at imjustj@gmail.com, and see you in next video. Bye.